Difference being on the front is we have the dew claw there. That's about the only thing that's different. We've got that little pad too that I have to do something with. When you first start doing this, I'm sure you're going to put a few little holes in it, and that's not too big of a deal, like I said before. Using the rubber glove method of patching is a real easy way to take care of any of the little holes that you do put in. Okay, this is that little wrist pad that I talked about when I was skinning this thing, and I forgot to make note of that and do anything with it when we were doing our turning the other day, so at some point when I'm prepping the skin later, I'll have to make a point of showing you what I do with that. There's a couple different ways of dealing with that little pad. So. It's full of tissue that needs to be taken care of. So this is just going along the edges of that short little incision that we made coming up from the bottom of the foot. This is a bit of an awkward place to work on. Not too bad on a bobcat, but when you're doing something like a fox, where the leg is really skinny, it gets a little awkward when you get past where the incision is here, and you're on just that little bit of the leg where it's real skinny. That right there, that's those little whisker pads that I was talking about that stick off the foot. I imagine they can feel with those when they're walking through things at night, but I don't pluck those or anything. I leave them on the skin. Okay, that should be, that's all cleaned up now from above our cut all the way down to the toes. Sometimes it helps to just kind of stretch that skin a little bit wider when you're trying to do these legs here. Now I want to warn you, as you go up that leg and you get into what we'll refer to as the armpit area, the skin gets very, very thin. And it's really easy to put a hole in it there. Not quite so much on a bobcat, but on a fox. It's like you can almost see through it, it's that thin. Work your way around the leg. Once in a while you get something flopping like that, you might even have to turn the thing off and pull it off of there. Sometimes you'll get a stringer like that that wraps around the wheel and won't just fly off. I guess that's what we'll do. That's what that was, just a little, I don't know if there's any more on there or not, I don't see any. Just a little string of, there's one. Get to this other front foot here. What happened, camera lady? Did you not like that side of the wheel? There's that other little hole that I cut right next to the pad. This is the foot it was caught by. That cleaned up pretty good there. Then you have the dew claw. You don't want to wire wheel against the claws either. Anything hard underneath that skin can cause it to burn a hole real quick. So keep that in mind as you're working around some of those, like the dew claw is the biggest claw there, and keep that in mind. The wrist pad again. Okay, there's that foot that it was caught by, so there's no holes from the trap or anything there. So, and everything cleaned up pretty good. It's nice clean skin there now. It's a little bit discolored, but that's not that isn't a problem. So.